Welcome back to Real Christianity with Rev Kev. Thank you for those who have subscribed. If you haven't, please hit the subscription button and get hit the bell for a notification. Great to have you with us. And again, as I say in our jungle village in Indonesia, yaki yaki. Today I want to talk about a phrase called cheap grace. I've heard people toss that out there. And how does real Christianity view the term cheap grace? Well, first we have to look at the term grace, and grace really means unmerited favor. As a Christian, I believe God sent his son down. Jesus lived a sinless, perfect life, and he sacrificed his life for me. He gave his life on the cross to take the burden of my sins. I deserved to die. I deserved that punishment. That is grace. God did that, whether I accept that or not. He reached down and had that grace, that unmerited favor, of which I am extremely appreciative, and I hope you are too. Now, there's a danger of playing games. Some people say, well, yeah, I'm a Christian. I accepted Jesus. I said a prayer. We need to be careful because sometimes we tend to abuse this grace. What a sacrifice for us. And some people say, well, yeah, I don't really live like a Christian. I don't talk like a Christian. I don't tell people about Jesus. I'm just kind of taking him for granted. They don't say that. But this grace, it can be taken for granted, and that's what people refer to as cheap grace. When we take this unmerited favor and we don't develop that relationship with Jesus, we don't live for him as if he is the most important thing in our life, that can be referred to as cheap grace. Some people have a problem with that term. They say, well, there's no such thing as cheap grace. Everything is by the grace of God. And so I'm not talking about God's work on our behalf. I'm talking about our response. My fear, and as I look and I explain what is real Christianity, it is not just saying, well, I go to church once in a while or I said a prayer back then. Real Christianity is living for God and appreciating all that he has done and never being accused of cheapening that grace. His grace is for us. It's to be taken in, embraced, and we should worship him for that. This has been Real Christianity with Rev Kev. Yaki yaki.